Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's the 27th of June, which means it's, well, almost the end of June. The patch is coming out soon as well, 9.1, and it brings quite a new bunch of things. I mean, including some PvP talents, some tunings, and whatnot. So, what are we gonna be up to? Well, definitely I'm gonna be raiding. I will be coming back to making more WoW videos, because as you know, they are quite scarce. I am still playing the game. I'm still, for the most part, enjoying it. And yeah, first, what I have been up to. Naturally, I am still just, playing the game, having fun. I also have been pursuing the Keystone Master achievement. I already got it, but oh my goodness, Sanguine Depths. That was a nightmare. Took a longest time, but thankfully I'm done with it. I got the mount, I got the title, so yay. In the next season, it's gonna be a bit tougher because you have to do it on both tyrannical and fortified affixes, which in some cases may be a bit problematic. But it's fine, I'm gonna be trying that as well in that season. I'm gonna be tanking once more, well, with a few exceptions because, well, guildies. And yeah, now, what do I think about the game so far? The usual. As I said, for the most part, I like it. Balancing is a bit of an issue, especially when it comes to PvE. In PvP, each class has its place. Each class is, in one way or another, valued for the team. Even me playing as a Feral, I have my role, and Feral is good at it. In PvE, Ferals are very strong in single target combat. There is no denying that. That's where they shine. AoE, it's lacking. It's lacking a lot. Small cleave, yeah, but bigger fights, no. It's not good. Now, one thing that still triggers me is the chromie time, in short. They still are not allowing players to play the game normally. Chromie time, even though the concept is nice, the execution is not good. I mean, I don't want to go to chromie every time I wanna try something else. Like, I wanna do a classic dungeon. Okay, I go to chromie time, I pick the classic timeline. But then I want, let's say, Wrath of the Lich King dungeon. I again have to go to chromie and change the timeline to Wrath of the Lich King era. It's not ideal. What could be done is something so simple as just remove the time walk, the chromie time thingy, add the categories here for all the dungeons, I mean, and that's gonna be great. Just have a list, something like we kinda had in the previous iteration of the system. Once you hit level 60, you had the option to play both Wrath of the Lich King and the Burning Crusade dungeons. You could pick 3 between those. You could also pick random from those. That system would also be nice. Though, however, it would probably need some drop windows like on the sides here somewhere. Just get a vanilla / classic era. Bam, random or specific. Okay. TBC, bam, random or specific. That would work well. And the questing as well. Get rid of chromie time itself, just make it that all the zones scale, even without chromie time. Make them scale from 1 to 50, later on I guess it could be 60, because, let's be honest, not everybody will want to do Shadowlands intro quest for like the 50th time. And yeah, one more issue I have is the fact that the game has so much content just tossed aside. It could be utilized. It could be used even as a catch-up mode. Even if it would be just something so simple as LFR... I don't know. LFR Maligos. That would work. That would definitely work. People would queue up for that because A, they want mounts, B, they want the nostalgia, and C, the well, questionable challenge in some cases. I mean, if there was an option to go to Sarfarian, I would go there. That was, I think, my first raid in Wrath of the Lich King. Mind you, that was not where I started the game. I started somewhere in 2005. So yeah. Now, PvP. There should be more maps, more modes. Guild Wars has some interesting ideas that WoW could use, and I do hope they will. Arenas, well, they're arenas. They are pretty much what they're supposed to be, so I guess that works. There are quite a few maps as well. Some favor the melee, some favor ranged characters. It's all fine. Open world. Back to open world, yes. One issue I have. Doesn't matter if you have heirlooms or not. Difficulty. The difficulty is laughable. It is just so mind-numbing. At least some maps should be more of a threat to the player. Like we have those end quest bosses, like Kurzen in Stranglethorn. Back in Classic. Well, actually, back in pre-Cataclysm. That's probably a better way to put it. Kurzen was a pretty challenging fight. It was fun. It actually allowed you to get the feeling of, hey, I've beaten the big bad guy. Wow, that actually feels good. Nowadays, it's just laughable. I mean, the hunts in Stranglethorn, the end bosses of the Tiger, Raptor, Panther, the end bosses for those were actually somewhat challenging. That got you the feeling of, hey, I achieved something great. And then the big cat, I don't remember what was it called. I have to Google that. That was even better because you either were a very good player to solo it, very nicely geared as well, or you brought friends. You took it down, you took down the big, well, not evil, but powerful creature, and you got rewarded for it. You felt amazing. Nowadays, it's... You don't even have to avoid anything, it just dies. That's not how it should be. Make monsters more of a threat. Because even at low level, like level 10, 13, 16, there are no real threats outside of dungeons or PvP. And that's not what it should be. I mean, look at the beginner's experience. That is actually not bad. Because there are monsters that you can deal with easily, but there are also creatures that if you are not paying attention, if you are not an experienced player, you will struggle. Oh. Daily quest reset, okay. And Trade District is under attack, of course, because the Midsummer Festival is up. So, that's out of my system. Now, let's ramble a bit more about PvP. This is mostly directed towards the queue timers, potentially. Now, there has been an idea floating around that Blizz should get the approach similar to what Guild Wars 2 has. So low level players will get scaled up to level 60, and their guild will be not as powerful, but they would be able to actually defend themselves, be a meaningful support for their team. Of course, you would still be lagged behind talents, you would still be lagged behind the well, most powerful gear, as in, you know, amounts of versatility, the PvP scaling coming in 9.1, and so on. But this would drastically help with the queue timers. And well, just don't do that for arenas or rated battlegrounds. That's a bad idea. Speaking of rated, together with my guild, we got a 1600 rating for quite a few of us, so yay! Mind you, we are a bunch of filthy casuals, so don't expect gladiators in our ranks, at least I think. Now, is there anything else I would like to ramble about? Yes. One thing. The "oh, you are the chosen one" syndrome. That is something that really needs to stop. We've been the commander, we've been the hero, we've been the champion, we've been the mole walker, and soon, I guess, we'll be gods. That's bad. That's really bad. Especially that you're a hero since level 5 or 10, one of the two. You are nominated a hero very early on. That's bad. That's bad for storytelling. Why? Because if everybody is special, then nobody is special. You don't have the feeling of achievement, no. You just know that everybody around you is also a hero, commander, champion, lord, whatever. That's bad. To be a hero, you should actually do something of value. So yeah, that's also a ramble I wanted to get out of my throat. But now let's talk about the newcomer experience. As I mentioned in the previous tea time, newcomers are being forced to do BFA content. The quest, okay, I can understand it because it's pretty much the most recent questing experience people will really deal with, so that's reasonably fine. But the dungeons, oh, they are opening so slowly, people are not happy with that. You need to do something with that blaze, just don't. Do what I've told last time, just allow people to do whatever they want, just give them the hint, hey, we would recommend you go there, as in Battle for Azeroth, and experience these quests over here. These probably will be the best. Or if you want the classic experience, start here in Elwyn Forest, Teldrassil, Dunmorrow, whatever. I'd say that would help a lot of people get into the game. Just have the little flashing things. Mind you, my UI is a custom thing, so adventure guide. Just have the icon for the adventure guide just flash around and have those all things, you know, telling people that they should look here. And yeah, just have it like, hey, instead of this random battleground here, just have, hey, we think you would enjoy this content. You should start in, I don't know, in Orgrimmar or something like that. You're a new player. We recommend you go there. Check this out. Give them access to all the content. Do not limit their choices. This is bad. Even back in the days, you had more dungeons to begin with. They did not open one every 5 levels or so. That's bad. This is really driving people away. It should not be happening. You want to attract people, not force them away. Okay. Yes, mounts. Can we get a multi-person mount, like a carriage, a wagon, or something pulled by some beast of burden? That would be swell. People would love it. People love the RP aspect of multi-person mounts that are not, you know, a huge dragon you turned into or a flying ship that takes one person. No, just allow people to buy or build, even better, a mount. A mount that would be pulled by 2 horses or something similar. Have it like the capacity of 4, maybe 5 people, 1 driving, 4 in the cabin, or you know, just Skyrim mode, a driver and 4 people in the back of a primitive wagon. That would be swell. Also, that would help role-playing reasons as well, and potentially would allow you to create some more encounters slash NPCs here and there. One more thing, emotes. Can we get some new emotes that are, you know, actually nice? I mean, I know people are tired with the current dances, the current idle emotes, and my favorite, the Night Elf women freeze when sitting on the floor, same as the Void Elf and Blood Elf males while sitting on the floor. They freeze after a few seconds. This is an issue that's been going for quite a while, but it's still not fixed, sadly. Okay, what else is there for me to complain? Story? Even though it's cheesy a lot, I find myself more or less enjoying it, so can't really say much bad about it. Well, one thing I will complain about it, however, is that we've been in the first tier for a way too long time. This is probably the first and longest first tier in the history of the game. At least I think I don't remember anything longer. And no, we're not talking about Siege of Orgrimmar or Dragon's Soul, because those were the final tiers of the expansions, so they do not count. Right, so one more thing I wanna rant about. 9.1 brings new items from the raid on the head, shoulder and chest slots. If you have a legendary crafted in one of those slots, you will want to reforge your legendary. Unless you're not planning to raid ever, then yeah, I guess you don't have to. But if you're planning to raid like I am, you will want your characters to not fill those slots with a legendary. Just a heads up for 9.1 so we can prepare. Okay, I think there is something still I wanna address, I just don't really remember what it was. Oh well, now, for the good stuff. The optimization is quite reasonable still, so I'm not gonna complain about that. The flickering on NVIDIA drivers is gone with the 471 update, I believe it's called. So that's good for those using DX12 API. There are still some issues here and there with the shadows, but it's fine, it's working pretty good. And if you're still running into issues with it, we can still just switch to DX11. Don't pick Legacy, pick the standard DX11. Right, so what are my plans? Starting with 9.1, I will want to do some videos from WoW, finally. I would like to start recording Corfia. It is going to be a long session though, because there is going to be quite a bit of stuff to do from what I'm aware. You thought my sessions in Genshin Impact were long? Nah, this is apparently gonna be longer. And uploading the videos for it will be a pain. Oh yes. Okay. Anything else we've been missing? I don't think so. We're not gonna be talking about YouTube related stuff here. We will be talking about WoW here. However, I do have plans, as I said. The leveling I started a while back, the Druid's Adventure, I believe it was called. I'm still going to do that. I don't know yet when. I know that I will be starting with Corfia. Once patch 9.1 hits, I will have a dive into Corfia. I will check the new revamped Torghast, and yeah, I'm gonna be having fun with all the new stuff. Potentially the new dungeon, Tazavesh, I think it was called. And yeah, that's gonna be the content from WoW, at least in the near future, before the raid opens. Besides that, one thing I can tell you for sure. Mind you, I am trying to be as spoiler free because I want to experience the story and stuff myself in the game. But the music, oh boy, the music is really good for the incoming patch. I did check it all out. It's like 2.5 hours of it, and it's so good. But yeah, for now I'm gonna be leaving you guys with this little video for now. I will be continuing doing the other series as well, like Age of Wonders, Minecraft, Genshin Impact. We still need to do 2 storylines before Kazuha release. And yeah, I'll be seeing you then. And as always, if you enjoy my content, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. It always helps feeding the algorithm so it's not a bitch. Anyways, I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye.